All right, I've got some examples here of some rapid strings that are problematic. So let's look at the first one. So this one was a rapid prone string, and as you can see, a 6 popped up on shot number 6. And if we go to the sensor monitor, which is unfortunately on this screen, is it's tucked in here behind the delete key, but it's back here. So if we go to shot number 6, right here, we can immediately see that, first of all, it's got a 1-star rating. That's an extremely low level of quality. So we can see that here, in here, the 1-star. It does look like all 4 of the sensors fired on that shot. But the other thing that's weird is the angle, the yaw angle is 1.1, which is different from the yaw angle for every other shot on here. It's two degrees off. The other thing is that the pitch appears to have, it's calculated at being really far off. And then the other thing that I would say about this one is that the velocity does look to be very different. And if I take the average of all the other shots, it might still be within 50 feet per second of the average, but it's clearly different, in my opinion. So this shot, when the paper was examined, this 6 was found not to be there. I think it was found to be a 10. Okay, so that's one example. Let's look at the next example. This is also rapid prone. So similar. There's a shot reported to be an 8. And if we look at the sensor monitor for shot 18, right here, we can see that the velocity is very different. The yaw is different. Pitch looks fine. All the sensors fired. The quality is reported as okay. But the fact that the velocity is very different here is indicating to me that this measurement potentially had an issue. Let me see all the other shots look fine. None of the other shots have a velocity anywhere near 2100. Okay, next, this is rapid sitting. In this case, there were 11 shots reported. 1 is a 0. And immediately, one thing you can see here on this interface is that it says, there's a technical warning here. The incoming angle is different from other shots in the string. Now, that warning does not come up when the angle is just a little bit different. It comes up when the angle is so far different that it couldn't possibly come from the firing line, at least as it was measured. So I'm going to try to get to the sensor monitor. I can't get to the sensor monitor on this one. Let's see. Rotate this. There we go. So that was the extra shot was this one, shot number 2. So it has a 2-star quality rating. All 4 sensors fired, but I mean, the velocity is outrageous. The yaw angle is very different. This is clearly a problematic shot. So look at another one. This is rapid prone. there were a bunch of shots on here, as you can see here, that were not found on the paper. Okay, so all these shots out here. And lots of technical warnings are showing up. Not for all of them, like this one, shot number 15 is 0. There's no technical warning here, but let's see what the sensor monitor says about some of these shots. So, yeah, problems, right? So this shot is bad, this shot is bad, this shot is bad, this shot is bad. There's an unrealistic, you can see right here, there's not an angle warning on this one, but there is an unrealistic measurement warning for the bottom right sensor. So that means that the moment, the time that it recorded hearing the sonic crack doesn't make sense. So that could be because it heard the sonic crack from a different shot, from a different target. Same thing for this one. It recorded the times that it heard the sonic crack, and they just didn't make sense. Maybe because it heard a sonic crack from another shot on an adjacent target. And in this case, that it's from one of the right side sensors. And this is also from the right side sensor. So potentially, if we start looking at these timestamps, and we start looking at the other target, the adjacent target that fired at the same time, we might find that, yeah, there were shots that happened right at that time, and that's what happened. So, and here's another one. Also having to do with the right sensor. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problematic readings. And then, we do have some of these gray readings here, like this one. But gray doesn't mean that the gray sounds that are reported and couldn't possibly be a shot on target are reported here as gray. So, they're not recorded as shots, but they are recorded here in the sensor monitor, and it kind of is an indication of noisiness to me, but I'm still learning about this. So, all right, let's look at another one. Okay, this is another one where there were multiple shots, 4 of them, that were reported. And 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, have technical warnings. 1 of them does not. So let's see what the sensor monitor says. All right, so this is one of the ones with the technical warning. Another one, you can see the velocities are off, the angles are screwy. This one says the bottom left sensor has an unrealistic measurement. This one says the top left sensor was funky. So it kind of looks like maybe the left side is what caused some of these. So those are the 4 shots that had problems. You can see that one of these shots here that this is the other one that didn't register a technical warning, but you can see here that the velocity is clearly different, and it is a 1-star measurement. So the quality here is not right, and you can see that the implied angles from the order that the sensors recorded the sonic crack implies a yaw and pitch angle that are not realistic. Okay. And last one. So rapid sitting, no 9 found on paper. So this one, there's a 9 out here, and no 9 was found on paper. So if I look at the sensor hub, here's the shot, and there is a sensor warning here that says that something went wrong with one of the left sensors. On this one, the velocity looks okay. The angles don't look that bad, but there's a sensor warning. And so, I think this is an example of where things are kind of close, but there is a sensor warning, and that kind of saves the day on this one. Okay, that's it.